Welcome everyone. Floppy isn't here, and we're having a fun old time.
Yep. Hi, I'm here over here. Ben's over here with me. Yep.
Oh, right, me. So on the show tonight, besides me turning off that light that's in the background, which I'll do in a second, Fortnite vs. Apple is in full swing, PlayStation and Discord are having a fling, and we've got the greatest game Easter eggs, or something. I tried.
Oh, Lord. This episode you're in for a treat. There he is.
Hi, everyone. Here I am.
Welcome to Hack the Dino, a nonsense video game discussion show hosted by the one and only Ben Rosenthal.
Hello, here I am. I'm here. Braden's doing my job because I was doing technical things.
It's been interesting. Cameras weren't working, cables weren't working, so we're scooched up at the desk.
Floppy's not working.
And Floppy's
which
not
is
working.
Also, we don't know what's wrong. Maybe his disk drive is out of commission. Maybe his 3.5 megs of RAM are no longer doing sex jokes.
You're a real technical person, aren't you?
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
It's why I'm here, and we're still ending up like this.
I know. This is... Anyway, bear with us. We've still got a show to put on. I haven't reread any of my notes. Braden doesn't know what's going on because he was busy panicking. So, enjoy.
We've scrambled this together, so...
Hope all those sponsors are watching this one. Anyway, Bladen.
Blade.
Bladen wins. This is where we usually talk about what we've been playing. Now, I know for a fact that Floppy has been playing the Resident Evil Village demo. And I know that because he streamed it over some course
There he
of
is.
something.
That's him up there.
Oh, there's Floppy. And Dave Grohl's there next to him.
That's a great pillow.
That's a weird set piece. Like, he's given Dave Grohl the center of the camera, and he's sort of sitting to the side.
So much of the screen. I'm for it. It makes it look like he's doing like an interview session with him. Good Lord.
So I asked Floppy, was this scary? Were you scared? And he said, what was it? Not scary, but spooky?
Yeah, he basically said, I would not survive it in the slightest.
Yeah, but you get scared with a man in a sheet going, boo.
Yeah, you're
boo
not
ghosts. You're afraid of boo ghosts.
I did hear about this bit from the demo where you're in the house and you see someone like run past the window, and then you walk outside and it's all this tall grass, and you can hear where other people are, but you can't really see them. And I was like, nah,
That's not that scary. It's just like Fortnite.
Yeah.
When you're camping in the cane fields.
Yeah, nah, it looks gross as hell. I would not be able to handle it.
Now, there have been reports, because as we stream this was Resident Evil Village was released today. A lot of really good reports. However, a lot of people have said that it's not as intense or as scary as Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
And apparently, it's not been... I don't think it's been 100% confirmed, but the director of this game took into account that a lot of people found 7 too scary. And just curbed it back a bit.
Yeah, they actually couldn't finish the game because they couldn't get through sections that were way too spooky. That's gross. I hate that.
It's just the zombies. Come and say hello, give you a hug.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, just giving you a kiss.
Oh, man. I just wish dentist bills were put into Medicaid.
Well, if you're,
Far out.
sort of like chowing down on human flesh,
Yeah.
it's not the most... you got to cook that stuff.
Not the most hygienic thing in the world.
Got to make a nice human schnitzel.
Oh, this dude.
Anyway, Floppy had a really good time with that. And has been getting really, really good scores as well. For all intents and purposes, it is very good. It's an official lore thing. Obviously, Redfield's in it, being what he is. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll play it. I'm not the biggest Resident Evil fan.
Yeah.
What about you, Braden? Do you think you'll play Resident Evil 8?
I can't picture myself engaging with Resident Evil 8 any more than what is currently on the screen in the sense of me watching Floppy play this one section. I probably won't even be able to watch the actual stream, but I highly recommend everyone else does because Floppy did say it was legitimately spooky.
Yeah, and nothing better than seeing Floppy freak out, because if you've not seen Floppy freak out, it's a fun time.
He's an expressive fella.
It is a fun time, and full of many chuckles and guffaws and other words that were banned in the 1950s.
Now, we've discussed Floppy's taste in games, but how is Floppy at playing games? Because
I don't
Would
know.
it also just be fun to watch him scramble if he can't shoot straight? Or
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know. Is he in the chat?
Because there was that thing with Dan that, like, all right, I can say it because he's dead. But Dan wasn't very good at games.
Dan plays so many games.
Dan's old man reflexes have caught up to him, much like they're catching up to me, and it'll happen to you too, young man.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Old man reflexes is a thing. Give to your charities. But yeah, you.
He got so happy he found a key.
He found a leather key.
Oh, I bet you he's saying something about how good that
Oh, he's got a
looked.
pick. Oh, he's got a screwdriver. Oh, look at him.
He's excited.
So go over to hackthedino.com or youtube.com/hackthedino if you want to catch that whole stream. It's up there now. Floppy getting really happy at playing Resident Evil 8 demo. But another game that has come out recently that I thought we'd give a little bit of airtime to, even though you and I haven't played it.
No, have not checked it out.
Returnal, the roguelike...
third-person exploring
sci-fi horror,
horror,
all of the above. Firstly, it looks fantastic on the PlayStation 5. It is a PlayStation exclusive, and I think it's the first PlayStation 5 exclusive that actually uses the PlayStation 5 to its full extent.
Yeah, properly. I was going to say, I've been hearing good things about it because this past week as it came out, Dan actually picked it up.
Right.
And Dan's been playing it. And
From Beyond the Grave.
He's been loving it. He's been seriously into it. The world exploring and everything, the whole vibe of it, all the creatures and everything are creepy as anything.
It's such a Dan game.
But it's so glowy sci-fi horror.
It's even like a shmup. It's not even like a bullet hell shmup. Oh man. I kind of want to play it.
I mean, it does look really cool. I've watched a couple of people stream it just to check it out when it was on its release day, and I was curious because it is in my my fantasy critic, which is it's getting good scores apparently.
Very good. A lot of people have said so far it's game of the year.
Ooh, okay,
so far, but there's other games to come out this year, like something we're going to talk about.
Dylan in the chat saying Dan wouldn't shut up about it when he was at work yesterday.
That sounds like Dan. Well, Dan's dead, so I don't know where you were, Dylan.
I work at the grave. I manage Dan's grave. He speaks to me.
He voices in your head.
Yep. No, he literally speaks to me. He's my boss.
So Returnal, not played it yet. I will, I think, because it looks like a hell of a good time.
Yeah, it looks great fun.
Something that I have been playing, though, is new Pokemon Snap. I've been looking... Well, long-time listeners and viewers of the show know I've wanted a Pokemon Snap ever since the original came out. I played it ad nauseum. It's a fun 3-hour game.
I was going to say, I remember you explaining to me why Pokemon Snap was the big deal that it was, because you were saying it was the first time you see Pokemon out in the wild?
Correct. It's the first time you see Pokemon in their natural habitat and interacting with each other, where it's not just trying to rip each other's faces off with laser beams.
It's not the back of one and the front of another.
Yeah. Just going, shh. So it was a living, breathing ecosystem with these Pokemon there, and you were just on rails taking pictures. And it's... Oh, spoiler! Whoops!
Whoa.
All right, so you've seen it. Now, Todd from the original Pokemon Snap's in it, which I didn't have spoiled for me, and I popped like a mother when he came up on screen and he was 20 years older. I went, what?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
But yeah, very much the same, but it is a sequel in every essence of the way. It is the same on-rails sort of photograph-taking game mechanic, where you try and get high points for a good shot, and trying to get the good shot by making the Pokemon face you or fight or use an attack.
Yep.
But they've added extra mechanics to it to make it a little bit more fun. It's a much longer game.
Yeah.
I still haven't rolled credits on it, and I've played it for about 20 hours.
Jesus.
Okay. Like, I'm going back.
That's a much longer game.
Yeah, I keep going back and trying to get higher scores. I've purposely not read any spoilers or reviews or anything because I don't want it spoiled. This is one game. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's amazing. Oh, man.
I was going to say, seeing anything from this game... Like, it's amazing to hear that you've played it for 20 hours and then you watch like a 2-second clip and you're like, I've never seen that.
Yeah, well, it's full of surprises as well. That reef level, the water level we saw just before, you're traveling along and you just, in the distance, see something coming up. And then all of a sudden this whale lord bursts out of the water in front of you. And it makes like a whale sound.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, I have a bit of a whale phobia. So that...
And,
oh boy.
And it's like to scale
as
well.
Yeah, it's a big old whale.
Because when you're playing the games and you catch a whale lord, you're like, oh yeah, it's a little whale. And then you read the Poke Index thing, and it's like, it's 50 feet long or something.
It's 85 tons.
Yeah.
So it's
and
really
this,
cool.
It's actually that big.
Another thing that it does really, really well, an improvement on the game, is that you have these courses. You go through them, and as you take photos, you level up. And once you level up, the course slightly changes, and different Pokemon come in, or they'll have a different interaction that you can take photos with.
Oh, that's even better than just like putting stuff on opposite sides so that you miss something and go and do it again.
But what's even better above that is each level has a day and a night cycle.
Ooh,
which you can again level up as well.
Yeah.
And then they have the Illuminati balls, which is, Illuma balls. But,
okay.
It makes Pokemon glow, basically, and it's part of a puzzle. So overall, this is a photography game, but it's a puzzle game as well.
Yeah.
So you need to work out what you need to do in order to get a Pokemon to smash down that boulder, so you've got a different path.
Yeah.
They've added this other function where you scan the surroundings, and your little...
Is this like all the little AR stuff that's popping up?
Yeah. So it'll scan and go, investigate here, and you hold X and it investigates it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Heracross was in the game. There you go. Look at that. That's cool. So there you can choose a different path there or investigate something else. And then it actually has bosses as well, much like Mew was the boss of the last one.
Yeah, so that was like that big one that we saw just then.
Yeah. And that's where you get big points.
Yeah.
Now, after you've taken your photos, that's just the photo segment of it.
Yep.
Then when you come back, you get to choose a photo. And that's the one that you show the professor, and he'll grade it on sort of like the pose it's doing, whether it's doing an attack, whether there's other Pokemon in it, whether it's big, whether it's in the center of the frame, much like the previous game.
Yeah.
However, with this one, you've got 4 different star categories: 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, and each of them go bronze, gold, silver, diamond.
Yep.
So the amount of points you score determine what level of rating your photograph gets.
Good lord, this game is so much deeper than I expected.
Then you have the opportunity to upload that to the internet.
Oh my god.
And other people, like Instagram, can give it sweets.
It's
or
actually...
likes.
Oh, okay. No, I like that.
And after you've taken all the photos, you may have saved one.
Yeah.
But before you show the professor the ones you've chosen to show them, you can go into your film roll of all the photos that you've taken and just save them to your card, to memory card. And then you can go in and you can unlock little things like top hats and speech bubbles. And you can just make all these really, really awesome little collages.
Little
and then
edits and everything.
Upload them. You download filters.
There you go. Yep, that's cute.
And it's another thing as well. So Todd's in it, and you've got another girl, I forgot her name, but there's other characters in it as well. And they give you missions. Like they'll say, I really want to see a Tauros sleeping.
Right.
So then you go to the level where the Tauros
you go to
are.
find them.
And then take a photo of it sleeping, and it'll come up and it'll say mission accomplished.
Cool.
You go back and they'll give you a filter, or they'll give you something like sunglasses to put on your Pokemon. It's a great game. There's so much in it, and I'm so happy because I still play Pokemon Snap every now and then, the original one. This one, I'm just going to drop so much time into it. It's such a good game. A lot of the criticisms coming out where a lot of people didn't think that it was going to be worth the full price of a game.
Yeah.
Easily is. As I said, I've put 20 hours in.
I was going to say, even if you just start to think of it in the sense of it's more of a puzzle game in a sense.
Yeah,
then
totally.
100%, it's well worth it.
Yeah, and there you go. You can create a collage like that. So the only one I've got so far that I put up is Pichu and Groki are like together. It looks like they're kissing.
Yeah.
And I just said, are they smooching? And I put that up, and like I've got 13 sweets for it.
Oh,
because of the smoochy Pokemons.
It looks like one of those games that you could just pick up whenever the hell you feel like it and just play through like one or couple courses.
A level takes you like 3 minutes.
Yeah, you just chill out. It'd be like the perfect bedtime game. Oh my god!
Like I was smiling like a big old doofus throughout this whole thing.
Look at the friggin' Bidoof.
Yeah, it's such a
wow.
Yeah, it's a Tangrowth. He's a big boy.
Just
a great game.
Visually beautiful.
It is a very pretty looking game. That's where the Whale Lord just popped
that's
up.
ridiculously big.
It's just a great game, great fun. Pikachu, calm down. Just a lot of fun. You should really all just purchase it because it's very, very fun. But I could go on about it for ages. I won't.
We have.
Okay. All right. You want to talk about what you've been playing?
I'm house sitting at the moment, and my grandparents don't have a great TV, so I brought my PS3 over, and I'm playing PS3 games, living in the past.
Well, speaking of PS3, E3 has a 3 in the title.
Yep, there it is. There's a connection.
We've got some news update for E3 2021. Now, it is an all-digital experience this year. Konami have pulled out. They released this message. No, that's another thing. There should be a message up. There's a picture.
Let me find it.
A picture of them saying
yes,
that they are not going to be at E3 this year. However, they have some exciting things coming our way or their way.
It's in Discord.
It is, so don't worry about that. Take my word for it.
Which channel? Tell me.
It'd be in the dump sheet, I reckon.
Says dump sheet.
Oh, behind the
Great
scenes.
name.
Dump sheet, because that's where I just dump all the stuff that I need to look at for the show up a bit more. There it is.
There we go. All right, hold up. Here we go. Open.
This is certainly going to be worth it, especially to those podcast listeners.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the effort that we went to get this image? Boom! It's text on a screen.
Due to timing, we will not be ready to present E3 this year, says Konami. We want to reassure our fans that we are in deep development on a number of key projects, so please stay tuned for some updates in the coming months. While we are not participating this year, we have great respect for the ESA and know that 2021 will be a great success. We will continue to support the ESA and wish the best to all participants at this year's show. So I think that's Metal Gear Solid Remake confirmed.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Aren't Konami not working on that, though? Isn't that meant to be
Bluepoint?
Bluepoint?
Yeah, but Konami would want their cut.
Konami are like, man, we're going to come out with some absolutely bitchin' pachinko machines in collaboration with the release of the game.
That's why they're not there, because there's no people there, so they can't make money off their pachinko machines.
True.
Bring it, Konami. However, who else has pulled out? So Konami have pulled out. Sony has pulled out. We're never going to be there. Electronic Arts are doing their whole, we'll set up across the road.
Yeah.
And Activision Blizzard aren't going to be there. However, it has recently been announced that those who are confirmed to be part of the digital E3 extravaganza include Sega, Bandai Namco Entertainment, and Square Enix, who I thought were having it off this year, but they've announced that they're in.
Didn't they? Wasn't that recently that they announced that they weren't going to be doing
it?
Compared to how they did do it last time? No, they've been doing directs and stuff, haven't they?
They took Sony's spot last year.
That's
not
right.
last year, in 2019, when Sony first pulled out.
That's the thing I'm thinking of. But and then they've also been doing directs like everyone else. So anyone who
just makes sense.
Anyone who's turned to doing directs, I don't understand why they're like, hey, let's go back and do E3 but digital.
There'd be a lot of not under the counter, but there'd be a lot of deals that we don't hear about.
A little bit under the desk work.
Yeah, well, E3 stands for Electronic Erection Entertainment.
Yep.
And Electronic Erection Entertainment takes place on June 12th through to June 15 this year. Hey, yeah, Commander Keen. What's happened to that?
I have not seen anything about Commander
Keen.
No,
they've just sort of ignoring it, aren't they?
I love that this is where this E3 footage is from, when they announced Commander Keen and then did nothing with it.
I love Commander Keen. Like, I really love Commander. Like, I wrote a rip-off comic on Commander Keen. Yeah, not a lot of people like it.
I was going to say there's a lot of dislikes on that video.
Do you know what a lot of people also don't like?
Oh, no.
Being surprised.
I thought people liked that.
No, they hate it. They hate it. And Nintendo, making people hate them again when they dropped yesterday a trailer for their new game, Nintendo Game Builder Garage.
What is this?
It's. Did you watch this trailer at all?
I have no idea what this is.
It's basically, how they're boasting it in the the press release I got was learn to develop games the Nintendo way.
Oh.
So it's a cross between Labo and Mario Maker, from what I can tell.
Right.
And you get to make your own game. You get to learn the very basics of programming and developing and making a character move up, down, left, right, BA.
Right.
Drops on June 11th, which is just next month, a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, I love a good within the month announcement and drop. This is incredibly
Which makes me
interesting.
think that, we still might get Breath of the Wild 2 this year.
Hey, you never know.
Because a little bit later on, we're going to talk about more evidence of the Super Switch Pro. And I'm telling you, they're going to announce it, and Breath of the Wild 2 will be coming this year.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
This is adorable. I'm just looking at this and everything. I've been seeing more of game development stuff because Ross at work has been working on. He's been playing around with that sort of stuff, and so seeing them put it in such a accessible way, like like we saw what people did when they got access to Mario Maker. Like if they have access to more stuff like that for like a 3D platformer, like that's exciting. What you can do so much with it.
Yeah, they go through a couple here that obviously they've made in engine. It's gone from anything from shmups to Snake to bullet hells to a Star Fox. There was even a fighting game in there where a couple of llamas are just running into each other. Oh, incidentally, just completely off topic. Do you want to take a guess at what my 13-year-old daughter is playing on her mobile phone? What game that she's enjoying that she plays non-stop?
Okay, my one guess for mobile phone game that we could judge is, would you say that most people playing it are over 50?
Probably.
Okay.
If they were playing it.
I'm thinking Candy Crush.
No.
Okay, no.
Snake.
Oh!
She's playing Snake.
Okay.
I saw it the other day. I was like, is that Snake? She went, yeah. I used to play that on my Nokia 5110.
Yeah, all the cool kids are playing Snake.
Yeah, I'm playing Snake. All right.
Sure.
So I'll just take your Switch and ditch it then?
Yeah, you don't want to play all your cool, fun Switch games? Wow, why would you do that?
No. Well, you know what game you will be able to play a little bit later on? A very, very short time.
What's that one?
A little thing called Ratchet and Clank and our good friend Rivet.
Yeah.
All right. This is your segment, Braden. Go for it.
So I watched this earlier in the week.
This, of course, is the state of play.
Yes. So Sony came out and they were like, "Hey, we're doing a state of play."
Holy crap! It looks great.
Only about Ratchet and Clank with two other little announcements. Those being a quick look at the new Subnautica, which looks really good, and a announcement of, "Hey, yeah, that hit game from last year, Among Us, is finally coming to PlayStation," and it has a little Ratchet and Clank skin, which is adorable. But this game looks freaking stunning.
It does.
I cannot wait to actually play this on a PS5 because it's just the most beautiful game. Like visually, it looks like what you would want from Pixar working on a game, and then hey, what if we made their textures even better? Because like the mirroring effects on Clank is insane. And even just like gameplay wise, it looks exactly like Ratchet and Clank gameplay. Like it's nothing different in the sense of anything drastic.
What did you think of Rivet?
I think it's interesting them exploring. So obviously, it's all being different dimensions and stuff. This is like this entirely different thing. The one thing that I'm concerned about is in past Ratchet and Clank games, when you have levels or sections of the story where Ratchet is separated from Clank, they haven't really been the best.
Right.
In my personal opinion.
Why is that?
The traversal mechanics of when you have Clank and you're doing the little like double jumping and hovering around and everything, it looks like they've just let Ratchet do big double jumps and like giving him like these booster boots and stuff like that. So it looks like they're like avoiding those issues that they had in the past. But whenever you didn't have him in the old games, you just couldn't double jump, you couldn't hover, you couldn't do any of the things that made the platforming fun.
Right.
And so it looks like they're avoiding that with this by giving him his own abilities as well. But like the sequences of this game look stunning. There's one sequence from one of the other trailers they released in this last week as well, where it ends on this big, like, it looks like a huge, like Pacific Rim style, like Gundam mecha that is like gigantic, and you like slide down in front of it, and like the scale of it looks amazing.
It looks fantastic. I'm seeing this for the first time because I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it in the past 2 weeks. This looks glorious, and the fact that they use the solid state drive so effectively, like to preload levels while you're, well, I don't even know if they're preloading levels, but it's that quick that you can actually get a whole level to come in instantaneously, and which is how they're able to use the traversal mechanic of the game. That's stunning.
The fact that they've got these different levels that they've made, and then this is how quick it loads, because this is legitimate. That was it.
That's crazy.
Because it's not just loading in that one section.
Oh, the boss follows you.
Yeah. So
oh, man.
It's not just loading in that one section of that world either. It's loading the whole map and all the creatures within it and everything. So when you jump between like a big forest area with a bunch of creatures and then you jump to the city, it's loading in all the other like flying hover cars and all the other NPCs and stuff like that. It's ridiculous.
This is great. Oh man, this is great.
I'm so excited for this.
When's it released?
So it comes out in like the next couple of weeks, I think. It's started next month.
Wow.
Sometime really soon. I'm very excited though. I'm legitimately on because I am playing PS3 games at the moment. I'm playing the HD collection of Ratchet 1, 2, and 3.
I think you're obviously getting this launch day, yeah?
Yes, 100%.
We're gonna have to get a review out of you.
Yes, no, I'll definitely give a really deep review and everything. I freaking cannot wait. It just looks.
Look
so
at that,
good.
dude!
Like,
oh man.
Also another thing they said on the narration over this, from one of the developers, they're saying that a bunch of the worlds that you explore are worlds that they visited before, but because they're in different dimensions, things are different.
Oh, cool.
Which I love. So we're hopefully going to get some really cool callbacks to a bunch of weird deep cut Ratchet lore or stupid characters that have popped up before.
And what's the appeal of River? Is she just an alternate reality Ratchet?
I think they just wanted something for the internet to completely thirst over because the internet's the internet.
They're not, are they?
No. Hey, you know about Lola Bunny and how the internet reacts to
Oh,
that?
but
Yeah, the second people saw a female Lombax, people went insane. But yeah, I think it could be interesting if they do some cool characterization with it. I was trying to pick who the voice actress was, but I don't think I ever ended up looking it up. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they do. I think they could do a really interesting story. I love that Dr. Nefarious is the bad guy, because Dr. Nefarious was the best bad guy out of the first 3 games. So, yeah.
Can't wait. Another exclusive. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm just so freaking excited.
It looks wonderful. Even the snippets that you saw in previous State of Plays where they have the trailers, it just looked wonderful. Really excited to see how this is going to pan out. Something else I'm really excited about panning out is the Super Switch Pro, and we've got a little bit more of information suggesting that, it's pretty much going to happen. Nikkei over in Japan, which is a very well and established paper, has published a report saying that Nintendo plans to produce 30 million more Switch consoles in this next financial year. And it also has plans for an upgraded model with better graphics, which backs up the Bloomberg report from March, which I believe we spoke about. They also announced that the Nintendo Switch has now sold 84.59 million units, taking over from the Xbox 360 units by 590,000.
That's insane.
Also released was the numbers for the highest selling games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out on top with 35.39 million units sold, with Animal Crossing following behind with 32.63 million units sold.
Jesus. I would love to see the numbers on how many people are still playing that.
I'd jump in every now and then.
Yeah.
My daughter Parker's obsessed with it.
Okay.
She didn't play Bunny Week, though. She straight out said, I do not want to see that rabbit again.
So when it was coming up towards Easter and everything, one of the things that I saw as I was looking up a thing for an Easter post at work, and I was like, I'm gonna make a Bunny Day joke because that seems funny. And the first thing I found was how to avoid Bunny Day in your Animal Crossing, and it suggested things like take a break from playing and just set up all these things, pop in and ignore everything else, and you'll be fine. It was really weird.
Other top sellers were Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at 23.84 million, Breath of the Wild coming in at 22.28 million, and that bomb of a game that everyone hates, and you have to believe the internet, Pokemon Sword and Shield, doing terribly at only 21.10 million units sold.
Oh, that's average at best.
It is. So overall, we have got a little bit more evidence that, firstly, Nintendo's just swimming in dollars. Big old Scrooge McDuck's happening there. And secondly, a secondary independent publisher, researcher, whatever you want to call it, has come forward and said, from Japan, and said, there are definitely plans to release a Super Nintendo Switch Pro in the very, very near future.
I hope they call it that.
A Super Switch
Pro?
The
Super Nintendo Switch Pro.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be the Super Switch.
It could be the SNES.
The
SNS. There's no E.
Yeah, SNISP.
SNISP.
SNISP. Yeah. Speaking of SNISPs or snitches.
Snitches get stitches.
They do, because they...
Snitches get switches.
A switchblade gets criminals who don't like the law.
Ooh, you're going to get snitched in...
And law people
Crossing.
often have legal cases just like Epic,
Who's ready for a court case?
is taking on Apple in the court of law. Anyway, the Epic versus Apple free Fortnite big Apple case has started, and we are starting to learn a lot about Fortnite during the court case, thanks to emails submitted as a part of the case, which are now public record.
There's been some very interesting things coming out of this court case.
There is, and it's a little bit dry, so I'm going to go through it now very, very quickly. Xbox's Laurie Wright spoke about Xbox's involvement in the digital games landscape. Among other things, she addressed who she believes to be the competitors of Xbox. Wright said that the main competitor to Xbox is PlayStation, and Nintendo to a lesser degree. Probably because, they're
Kissy.
they're kissy, huggy buddies. Tim Sweeney, the head man over there at Epic, there's been an email with showing him getting angry at Apple in 2018 over Fortnite not being the #1 result in the App Store. All because Microsoft, PUBG, and others kept buying ads in the App Store for search results. Basically he got angry that they... It's my game. Relax, dude.
Why isn't our game at the top?
Sweeney has also stated that he believes Sony's anti-crossplay stance that they had was illegal, and also revealed that PlayStation is the only company Epic has to pay for Fortnite to be on.
Okay.
They have to pay Sony for the privilege of having their system on their store.
Okay. I do imagine the numbers would be interesting. I would not be surprised if Fortnite was most played on PlayStation, though.
Yeah, well, that's where I play it.
Yeah, like every single advertisement I see for Fortnite is PlayStation adjacent, other than the Master Chief adding in. Like everything else I've seen has all been plastered with PlayStation stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Now, according to Verge, Fortnite made $9 billion in revenue in 2018 and 2019 combined. We don't know how much profit of the game was made. Overall, Epic as a company had a profit of $5.5 billion in 2018 and 2019. That's a lot of money for 2 years.
That's a lot.
And that's before the whole pandemic and people had nowhere to go and just started playing games. So who knows how much money they're rolling in now. As a part of the Epic versus Apple court case as well, documents have been unsealed that may contain clues as to what's coming to Fortnite in the future, for example, skins. Keeping in mind that these leaks of characters who they were going to have skins over appearing in Fortnite may not be seen to the public because things may have been delayed due to the global bastard that's currently still raging across the planet.
Yep.
And also, deals fall out all the time.
I was going to say the amount of things that get a initial pre-production, they start working on concept art and shit, they start organizing character designs and things like that, and then things just fall through.
So here's some of the characters who were listed in this document who may be appearing or could have appeared at one time. We don't know.
I have not seen this list yet.
Okay, first up, Samus Aran.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Good old Metroid lady herself, shooting all the Fortnites.
I imagine they would probably want to do that around when they announce some new shit with their game.
It would be very, very silly for Nintendo not to put Samus in there because their complaint is that it just doesn't sell well. Metroid games don't sell well.
Yeah.
Which is why they don't focus on them. They don't celebrate the anniversary.
And you never hear anyone ever talk about how much they like Metroid.
If you put Samus in there, firstly in her suit, and then Zero Suit Samus, guaranteed it'll be an instant classic, and people will just buy it and raise her profile and raise the profile of the game. If you put Ridley in there as well as a glider, she literally
writes
itself.
She literally just takes Ridley down as a glider. That'd be great.
Huge amount of exposure there for him, and everyone needs exposure. That's what all those people who wanted me to work for free told me. And that also lends theory. One thing I didn't mention here, but I will bring up, there were records revealed that Xbox thought that Metroid 4 or Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2 were coming out this year.
This is incredibly interesting. So because of this court case, we've got all these emails out of Microsoft, which they internally do reviews and stuff as well.
Yep.
I saw that they they did a little review of Last of Us Part 2 and how they were like...
They liked it.
They really liked it, and they were like discussing how it changes like storytelling in video games and like how it changes what you can do and explores like the outskirts of it. And I was like, I would never have guessed that they would go that in depth on analyzing their competition.
Yeah, of course they do.
It makes
sense. Competition.
I figured they would look at figures and stuff, but like, you know, maybe new game mechanics, but like the fact that they're delving that deep into it shows that they're really needing to, they're like, hey, we got to switch on.
Well, I mean, I write reviews of every single kind of funny and IGN podcast that goes up.
Oh.
You just don't read them, but I spend hours writing it.
They're in your personal emails to yourself.
That's right. Well, no, I put them out there for you on floppy to read. So we can grow and be better. You can help us out by heading over to patreon.com/hackthedino or going to hackthedino.com and hitting that subscribe button. Or
They
maybe
must be
head
on
over
the public Discord.
Yeah, yep, that's it.
That's why I never see them.
Totally is. Which you can join the public Discord over at bit.ly/hackthedino.
Plug section.
Anyway, back to Fortnite suits. Naruto.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Naruto apparently was going to come on into Fortnite and shoot people with all the guns he likes using.
Sure.
Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah, that hit hot property.
That's currently...
Oh, man, everyone's
doing
crazy for that Hunger Games merch.
The Bride.
From
Kill
the
Bill.
horror... Oh, okay, no. Okay, I was... Wait, the horror movie?
No.
Okay.
No. Uma Thurman was going to come in with her katana and her Bruce Lee knockoff suit and
That I can see them doing.
start slicing people up.
Yeah, the bright yellow would fit very well.
Batman Looper, which is I think has actually been revealed.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis as Batman.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Yep, Robin.
Yeah, I like that movie.
I got the Fortnite comic, by the way.
You actually did?
First issue, not bad. Yeah, I streamed it, and I might stream it again. I got the Harley Quinn exclusive suit. That's what they're really doing really, really well with this comic, is that you get a code in each
That's why people
physical
want
comic, and you get the skin.
As someone... Okay, so fun fact. As someone who works in a comic book shop, I cannot begin to tell all of you how many phone calls and questions we get every single day asking about the Fortnite comic.
Yep.
And how it's completely unavailable.
Yep.
And totally not enough were made or ordered in any case, any shop.
They each come in a poly bag as well.
Yeah.
So I opened up the first one because I wanted to read it and get the code and grab that. But part of me's thinking, I could make some money here because I've got a friend who owns a comic store, not the former friend who used to work here. Because
Not associated to me.
No. But another friend who owns a different comic store, and I'm actually being honest here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan. That's right, he doesn't watch anyway.
We don't get the book anyway.
No, well, there you go. Otherwise, I would. Anyway, I've got it. I'm going to sell it for hundreds of dollars. Anyway, back to Fortnite and other skins. John McClane.
Okay.
Bruce Willis.
Can they... Okay, if they do like a 80s, 90s like era where they just throw in Kill Bill...
Well, they've already
John
had the
McClane,
Terminator. They've already had Sarah Connor.
And,
they've already had Ripley.
Yeah.
And the Xenomorph and Predator.
Yep.
So it'd fit right in there.
Yeah, they bring them all around. They make it... They slightly pixelize all the graphics for a week.
Yep. Do you know who else would fit in nicely? This other skin that they were going to bring in.
Oh, no.
Snake frickin' Plissken.
Okay, sure.
I'm banger. Have you ever seen those films?
I've never actually watched it myself.
That's Solid Snake's namesake.
Yeah.
Konami almost got sued because of it.
I saw a thing recently that Wyatt Russell doesn't want to take over his dad's role as in like a remake or anything. He was like,
disappointing.
Nah, I'm not touching that.
He was great as US agent.
He was really good.
He was really good actor. You know who else is not a really good actor who might be a skin in Fortnite? Ariana Grande. Grande.
Is there a different person?
No, it's her.
It is her? Ponytail?
Anyway, yes, Ponytail Lady is rumoured to coming, as is Lady Gaga.
Okay. Wait, so in the sense of like the Travis Scott concerts?
I assume that would be what it would be, yes. But you could buy them as a skin.
I'm sure there would be something in a contract somewhere that says when you're a celebrity being put into Fortnite, you cannot be shot at.
Travis Scott's in it.
Could you shoot at him?
Yep, he's a skin that you
he's a skin
purchased.
now.
Yeah, he's a skin.
I thought he was just an event.
No, he was an event, but you could purchase the skin.
Oh my god, okay, that's hilarious.
And yeah, he had all these, cool
All
stuff.
right. Well, in that case, I guess if the celebrity's cool with getting shot at a bunch, then yeah.
Well, they don't really die. That's the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a
that's
training
how they would be like,
regime,
hey,
and
yeah.
that's what the law is. If you had
And
the
then-
comic, you'd know that.
And then people online will be like, "Shoot, Lady Gaga with a shotgun."
LeBron James.
Okay, that one makes sense.
But what's more with this
that shit
is
Space Jam movie coming out.
apparently it was also going to coincide with a basketball game that they were going to have accessible, because Fortnite do a lot of like mini games.
Yeah, the mini game event things.
The floor is lava, where like there's lava levels slowly rising up
Yep.
all over the map, and you have to go to high ground while still shooting. Yeah, really, really cool idea. But it was going to be, I'm purely assuming here, it was going to be like an NBA Jam type deal.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
And they've got, what's his name, Maya Jr. is the secret skin in there at the moment, who's playing soccer, and you have to do all these soccer tasks.
Oh, yes.
And last and not least,
So weird.
The Rock.
So yes, that makes a lot of sense off of everyone's sort of
Well, I mean, he's pretty much been confirmed as the
assumptions.
foundation.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it is pretty telling when you look at the design.
the design, yeah, back to back. We looked at it at a previous show. Go back to hackthedino.com and look through our previous show, so you too can see our in-depth analysis and why the foundation is actually The Rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dwayne Johnson to be in there.
If anyone's questioning why I brought up this, it's because we're in a dreamlike state because everyone fell asleep earlier.
Oh, very good. Because we were talking about Fortnite.
And lawyers.
And lawyers and legal cases. Well, this will wake you up, baby. Discord.
Yeah, we use it all the time.
We do use it all
We have
the
a
time.
public Discord, and we have a Patreon-only Discord.
Well, we'll talk about them in a little bit later. But in the meantime, head on over to hackthedino.com. There's a little Discord button. You can go up there, join in, come in, say hi. Apart from Braden, who doesn't hang out there. He's a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
So if you want access to Braden, you have to give us money.
So that I get So it seems so bad when we say it like that. It's honestly just that I don't have notifications on.
No, you have to actually physically tag him. So if you're
Yeah.
in our Discord, everyone right now watching, just tag Braden and hit send.
God.
Watch his phone blow up.
Oh,
It'll be a
boy.
good time.
That'll be shocking.
PlayStation has purchased a small interest in Discord and has announced their partnership.
This is incredibly interesting.
Especially coming off the back that Microsoft tried to buy Discord for $10 billion.
And Discord went, no.
No, we can get more money going on the stock market.
Which
but
I feel like PlayStation saw and went, yeah, let's do this.
Well, I sort of think PlayStation we just want your system on
Yeah,
our
we
servers.
just want it to work with our interface.
Yeah, whereas you've got Microsoft just went, yeah, we'll take it. You want $10
We
billion
want
bucks?
all of it.
Here's $10 billion bucks. Give us Discord. No, no, you can't buy this
Yeah.
little red wagon.
We're worth way more.
Yeah, and PlayStation's paying us money to prove it. So good.
This is very interesting. I think Discord could.
Sorry, my
absolutely blow up
computer's
even
blowing
more.
up because people are tagging you in the public
Oh,
Discord.
okay. Oh my god, that's great.
Thank you,
You
chat.
just keep getting notifications.
Oh man, I can't wait till this goes up and all the people listening on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Join
get
our
all these
Discord.
random messages at like odd hours of the night.
Be sure as soon as you join our Discord to tag Braden whenever you feel like it. He's open to it.
Oh boy.
But I think it was a bit of a sneaky move by PlayStation, but a very good business one. And I cannot wait. I think it's the
completely agree.
start of 2022 they're talking about it. It's finally integrating in.
Yeah.
A lot of people are using Discord to record their podcasts because a lot of the world is still working from home, even though
Yep.
in Australia we're very, very lucky and we can sit this close together without catching the global bastard, as opposed to me, who's just Australia's bastard.
Okay, that's a new one. That's good.
Ben Rosenthal, Australia's bastard.
Australia's
That's my
bastard.
catchforce. You know, you're
Yeah,
a
there
Millennial
we go.
Falcon.
You finally got it.
I'm Australia's bastard.
After a solid like 100 episodes of trying to be like, you need
143.
You don't have, yeah, but like we only started using like nicknames and
That's
shit
true.
like more recently. And we're us being like, Ben needs something. It's like, nah, I don't need anything. Australia's bastard. Oof.
Speaking of Australia, I live in it. And I
Okay.
like Breath of the Wild.
Jesus, that was a walk.
And indie game developer Ohana Studio has released a Game Boy Color prototype of a Breath of the Wild remake. This is great. And it's just
adorable.
a prototype and it only goes for 2 minutes long. And the developer does say in their YouTube video, please don't sue me, Nintendo. It's just a little remake. I'm not going to sell it. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So Nintendo will send goons around to break his legs.
Yeah, 100%.
But he has hinted that he may swap out the graphics here to make his own game because it was a hell of a lot of fun. And it reminds me of the NES type game that they made based on the original Legend of Zelda.
Right.
To make Breath of the Wild, to make sure all the mechanics worked.
That's right.
And
yes.
they never released it.
Yeah, I do remember you talking about that.
Just
now.
give me that. But this is cool. This again brought back all the nostalgia for me. I love it, and I would love to play something like this.
It is super cute, and it's oddly similar to a friend of the show, I think.
It is. What's his? Oh, Game Boy Dad, good friend of the show.
Game Boy Dad?
Game Boy, he's a good friend of the show.
He has Game Boy in his name.
That's
Game
Boy.
That's
Boy
where
Games.
the connection was made.
Game Boy Games.
Game
Good
Boy
old
Games.
Michael Towns, who pops in every now and then. Game Boy Game Boy Games.
Game Boy.
He's a good man. He's a good lad. He's a good friend, and he has an ad, which we'd like to play for you now because he supports this show.
Pay close attention.
Those little eyes! Ah! Oh my God, I love him! Why is it a hat? Not the doggos! I can't even read anymore. Ah! I can't even do it anymore! I have to finish this game. I have to finish this game.
You know, one thing I like is giving people money, specifically Brayden for the work he does.
Oh, I was going to say, I legitimately love supporting the podcast that I listen to and the content that is created that isn't supported by like big corporations or anything like the Australian media.
Boo.
Sorry, I went off on a weird tangent.
But really, the Australian media sucks ass.
Yes, 100%.
But if you don't suck ass and would like to give us money, I mean, not shaming.
I was going to say, you can if you want.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, I'm all for it.
2021.
Yeah, do what you want. You suck all the ass. It's up to you.
With consent.
You absolutely 100% with consent.
And we consent for you to support us at patreon.com/hackthedino.
Thank you for bringing me back.
I got you.
So if you head on over to our Patreon over at patreon.com/hackthedino, you can join the Hack the Dino Dino Riders. Yeah, I'm stealing that name. Please don't sue me, Mattel, or whoever owns that license. For as little as $2 a month. No, is it $1 a month? No, we got $1 a month or $2? I don't know. I
can't remember. You can support us for just $1 a month if you just want to help us out. Like, if you just want to, like, when you think about it, if 30 people are watching a show and they're like, hey, yeah, I can support with like $1 a month, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
If 30 people do that, it's $30 to help us out every month.
That's great. That's amazing. And for that, you get access to the Hack the Dino private Patreon Discord, where Brayden actually is in a lot of the time.
I am there.
And we talk about really cool things like, we post all our pickups. I put all the little bargains that I find. I got a Nintendo 64 tower the other day.
I should update. I didn't get any toys or anything. I only got comics, but the Comic and Toy Feb we were all at the other week.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Should put a picture up.
Man, I got some really cool stuff. I got The Legend of Zelda, the original one, boxed. I should probably tell that story.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'll tell that story.
Cool.
Just go for a bit, Brayden. I'm going to go grab it so I can have show and tell. So talk about Patreons.
Yes, I was going to say, so Patreons, $2 a month. Your name gets added to the little scrolly list at the bottom of the screen here. That's excellent. $2 a month. Think about that. If $1 a month helps us, $2 a month is double that. Then for $10 a month, you get the exclusive extra monthly show of Dino More. At what level do they get the... That's the next level. That's what I was thinking about. We also do a post show on the $15 tier. You can join the exclusive post show and chat with us while we, discuss what an absolute train wreck technical difficulty mess this week's episode was.
And basically, that post show is us just talking to you.
It's literally a personal conversation.
Yeah, we just hang out for an amount of time, have a chat. Dylan the Villain's obviously in there a lot. Having a good old time. But in order to get that, you have to be part of our private Discord, which you get access to at every single level that you generously give us money for.
Yeah, that's even the $1. dollar tier.
And then, if you're like Michael Towns and Game Buoy Games, which you should all go check out now, you can be a show supporter. You supply us with an ad just like Michael Towns did. We will play it just before this little spiel, and it will go out to dozens of people who watch this over the course of the millennia, because YouTube is now and forever. Now, I mentioned before what I purchased at the video game comic toy place that we're all at.
The Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair.
Yep, sorry, Brett. Anyway, as I was leaving from setting up the first day, because here's a little secret for you if you plan on ever going to these things. All the good stuff is gone before you even get there.
It's a really sad secret that you learn when you join the community of all the people who set up stalls.
They're all collectors.
They're all collectors too. They're selling stuff, but they also want to buy stuff.
So I was leaving on the first day after setting up, and I walked past a place that had a whole heap of really rare stuff. Like he had a Box Castle Grayskull.
This was this store. Okay, this store was insane.
Yeah, that was from there. Like he had some crazy stuff, and priced accordingly.
Yeah, I imagine.
Then I walked past and saw this little baby.
Hold on.
Ba-da-da-dum.
You're right with me holding it?
Yeah. Well, I had the cart of what we're seeing on screen now is The Legend of Zelda. And it is the original one in the box. Now, I had the original cart, but I did not have the box, and they're getting harder and harder to find. Anyway, I walked past and saw that and went, yes,
getting it.
Well, it was there for $160. And I went, ooh, that's probably the going price.
That's
probably
more than what I spent on the weekend on that weekend.
Probably, maybe $20-$30 than what you could probably get it on eBay for. Yep. But
which makes sense.
Ignore the game. Ignore the game in this case. It came in this massive Perspex case.
Whoa!
That's
a big case.
I'll explain the story behind this Mario Brothers and why it's in there. And why it's special. But it came in this case.
It's huge.
And I went, oh, that's really cool. So the guy came around and I said, oh, is that, does that game come with the big Perspex case? Because they usually go for about $30-$40 and it just looked cool. Looked like a trophy. And he goes, oh, it's not my area, it's my mate's. I'll have to give him a call and ask him.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, okay, cool, no worries, because, I'm pretty keen. So he gave the guy a call and he goes, oh, that Zelda game, what do you got on it? Like it said 160 there and I was willing to pay that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know
to do it.
Yeah, I had my wallet out. Like, the sale was there, dude.
Should have switched on and been like, oh, yeah, he's going to pay this much. Whatever he says on the phone, still say 160 if it's under.
Yeah, and, so he called the guy and he goes, oh, look, they're getting harder to find. And I'm like, yep, they are. That's why I don't have one yet.
Correct.
Oh, look, again, I just wanted to know if the Perspex case came with it.
Yeah, it's all you were asking.
That's all I was
after. You just wanted
after.
to know if the case was with it.
He goes, 140. I said, okay.
Sure.
So I purchased it for 140 and got that added to my collection. Then got the cart that I had at home, sold it the next day for $80.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You paid a stupidly low amount of money for that.
Oh, yeah, that was a good fare. And just quickly, the reason Super Mario Brothers is in this case is because that was the very first video game I ever held, I ever played. This is my original copy from when I was like 5 years old.
Hell yeah.
It's my precious.
That's
so
some
that's why it's in the
meaningful
case.
Shit right there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm about.
Meaningful shit.
Mostly shit.
You know what else is meaningful shit?
Do you know what else is shit? Not this, but it certainly is Wii.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the Queen's Golden Wii is up for sale and you can buy it.
Now, when you say the Queen's Golden Wii
I mean,
loud as a sentence.
Yep, I mean exactly that. The Donald Trump special coming at you.
Doesn't the Queen have a golden toilet?
She does.
So?
And she could have had a Golden Wii as well.
But she's selling it.
No, she's not selling it.
Oh.
There's a story behind it.
Okay, so this is what we're talking about.
For those of you who aren't watching the show, up on screen is a 24-karat gold-plated Wii with big family games, that classic Wii game that everyone loves.
Goddamn THQ.
Okay, here's a description from GameStop. Quote, the Golden Wii was a highly questionable PR stunt from now-defunct game publisher THQ. Wonder why that happened. As Eurogamer recalls, THQ decided to promote a minigame collection for the Wii called Big Family Games by crafting a golden version of the hit gaming console and sending it to the Queen of the United Kingdom. Though the Queen rejected the delivery,
Oof.
news outlets picked up the story, giving the game the marketing boost the publisher wanted. So the Queen didn't even get it, didn't even see it.
She was like, I don't want it.
What?
Why would she care?
That's for kids' game. The Queen rejected the delivery. Oh, I've already gone through that. It is currently up for $300,000 on US on eBay, so the current owner can purchase a house. That's all they want.
Right.
They sell their golden Wii for a house. Now, it does come with, as I mentioned, big family games. Now, you'll see in the show run, Braden, that I have actually provided a video
Oh, this is what
with some time codes.
Okay, here we go.
The first time code is the second one there. Just so you can see some of the classic games that come in
3158.
big family games. So the first one we've got is everyone's favorite, instead of like bowling or tennis, everyone's favorite activity, horseshoe throwing.
In a pool.
No, that's darts. I think it came a little bit later on. 3158 was horseshoe throwing. So
Okay.
maybe after this.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Here we are on screen.
Sure.
So stick your tennis and your bowling. I want me some horseshoe throwing. And if that doesn't quite take your fancy, then you can play the next game, which is this. Throwing horseshoes into a boat.
Oh, okay.
That's right. So if you don't like throwing horseshoes on land, you can do it on water. But then if that's not your fancy, thankfully there are many Wii mini games in this Wii collection. You can do horseshoe throwing at a chicken.
And with a horse.
The horse is just looking and cheering you on, but it's important to throw these
Oh,
horseshoes.
so you're just abusing chickens
Yeah,
in
you're
this
just
one.
throwing the horseshoes at the chickens.
Oh, this one's... Oh, man, no wonder THQ got cancelled.
Well,
Peter
not
got
only
after them.
that, but you know what their game is in this collection as well?
Oh, what?
Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay, sure.
Animal Crossing is here. Brain's going to bring it up real shortly.
Where is it? Here we go.
It's towards the front there.
Yeah, it's towards here somewhere.
There it is. Animal Crossing, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
And
If you wanna
booting them into a...
How many mini games in this minigame collection did involve abusing animals?
I don't know, but it's easy to see why the Queen of the Elizabeth States decided not to have this golden Wii.
Look at it.
It does look cool. I'm not going to lie. It's a one-off console, and I really want it.
It's... Oh, my God. It's so ridiculous.
So if you can give me $300,000 to buy a Wii game machine,
300,000.
head on over to Hack the Dino's Patreon at patreon.com/HackTheDino and go for the 300,000K level.
300,000K?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
You know what you get for that?
Ben.
Nothing.
You get Ben.
you don't get a damn thing. Just the pleasure of knowing that I own something that you never will.
You get to... We'll send you a jar of compressed air from
We will
this
send
room.
you a jar of our own personal golden Wii.
I was trying to look up Big Family Games on Metacritic to see what its score it got, and I couldn't find it.
There's a reason for that. Do you know what you can find, though? Cool Easter eggs.
Yes, you can find
And-
cool Easter eggs when you look hard enough.
With our help, we've compiled a list of the 10 best Easter eggs and video game surprises throughout video game history. Are you ready to rock this dragon?
Dragon, rock the dragon. Is there a Dragon Ball Z Easter egg?
No,
in
there's
this?
not, but I really wish there was because that
Okay.
was a cool link. But the first game, we're kicking it off with some Kojima because Kojima is the king of Easter eggs and the king of our hearts. Little known fact, well, it's actually really well known. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, when you come up against the sniper, the end, you can choose to battle him out, or you can choose to sneak up on him and stab him when he isn't aware, or you can just stop, save the game, go away, have a quiche, play around for a week or so, come back, and a week has passed in real time in the game, and the end has died of old age.
Oh, bless.
So-
Bloody boomers. Can't rely on them for anything nowadays. Bloody weak and die.
Can't even snipe good old Snake. So I mean that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool little Easter egg.
Like anything that people can't easily find like that. Like I would love to go back and find out how long it took for people to find that. Like if it came from a case of someone just got to this boss fight and then stopped playing because like a pizza arrived and their mum called out to them, was like, hey, you gotta come have dinner, and they saved it, and then they got told they had to do chores and went to bed, and then they couldn't play the game. Oh my god, his eye just then was gross.
That's why he's so good.
And then they went back to it a week later when they finally got to play again. And they were like, oh, did I already beat this boss? Hang on a second, I didn't fight this boss. He just died.
We've actually got the cutscene here on screen. If it skips forward just a little bit, you can actually see Snake sneaking up on him. And then he goes, put it down. Put it down. And he goes up and pushes him, and he just kills over and dies. It's fun. You don't even have to lose any health.
That's so good.
Second up, number 2 on the greatest Easter eggs of all time. Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the PlayStation. Great game, classic game. If you insert the PlayStation Castlevania disc into your CD player, remember them?
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah, you can hear a warning message from Alucard urging you not to continue listening to the CD.
Oh.
And then you go to the second track, and it's just a remix version of the Castlevania tune.
Weird.
I know.
Oh, what a weird little finding.
It also reminds me of the Easter egg in the Killer Instinct Super Nintendo bonus CD, where it's got something like 20 tracks. And then there is 9 tracks of just silence.
Oh my god.
And then the 30th track is the humiliation theme.
Oh my god.
Humiliation.
That's ridiculous. I think the first thing I can think of that had a hidden track was a My Chemical Romance CD, and I thought it was the best thing ever that there was a hidden track because we were listening to it like as it came out in the car radio, and it skipped to the next track, but there was nothing left, and I was like, oh, "What is this?" And then we just sat there in silence waiting, and then finally this weird little ditty started. It was great.
Speaking of little ditties, John Romero in Doom 2. So, for those of you who don't know, John Romero is sort of the brains and the head behind Doom. Basically, if you put in the no-clip cheat code, which allows you to walk through walls during the final boss stage, which is a giant demon head, you walk through the hole in the boss's head, and you find out the true mastermind behind it all is John Romero's digitized head on a spike.
Yikes.
He'll say backwards, to win the game, you must kill me, John Romero. So you have to shoot him a bunch of times, and then you win the game.
Oh my god! Why is it? How is it so realistic? It looks gross.
Well, that's why the game was spanned over 4 floppy disks.
God damn! Yeah, because half a floppy disk was taken up to John Romero's head.
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
I mean, John Romero, he's got yeah.
Oh
let's move
no!
on.
Really? Is this one of these things?
No, he's just, he thinks that he's pretty good.
Okay.
He's very happy with himself.
One of those.
He's very happy. He's a very happy man. Very happy that his bloodied head appeared on a stump.
Bit of an ego thing, maybe.
Bit of an ego thing. Now, something else that's a bit of an ego thing and get a rise out of a lot of people. It was a little game called Woody Poco. That's right, that classic NES title, Woody Poco. Do you remember, you may not remember, Brayden, but back in my day, there used to be this rumor of nude codes.
Okay. This is a thing that has still posed the internet for a while I was a kid.
Lara Croft nude.
Jesus.
You could play a nude.
Yep. Oh, man.
And nudalities and all this sort of stuff. Well, developer of Woody Poco, Takahashi Kobayashi, I didn't pronounce that right, revealed to school children, because he didn't want to tell anyone else, because he snuck it in there without anyone knowing, that if you went into the bread store in Woody Poco, stood next to or beside the cashier and pressed the B button 200 times, her clothes fall off. I've actually got a time code here if you look in the...
okay. Is there actually one here?
In the run sheet, Brayden. Woody Poco...
Is there?
Oh, no, it's not.
No.
I forgot to put it in. All right, so if you skip forward a bit, I'll try and find it. Oh, you've got the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
From 15 seconds, I believe.
Okay.
Is what...
okay. I gotcha.
So if you like NES stuff with digitized brassieres...
From 15 seconds?
Nope.
That's not
from
it either.
206, maybe. Try 206. We told you this was going to be a cluster of a show.
But hey, we know what's up.
Here we go. So when we can see on screen now, good old Woody Poco going into the bread store, and he walks up to the cashier, and then you proceed to press the B button 200 times.
Yep. You can see from the timer going that he's been pressing it this whole time.
And her clothes fall off.
Oh my god, okay.
There you go.
Wow.
So apparently he told the school kids that, and word got around the school very, very fast, and they told their parents, and their parents complained to the company, and he got his ass fired.
Wow. Smooth, dude. But the cool kids think I'm cool.
Yeah, do you know what else cool kids think is cool?
You're an old man. What are you doing?
Yeah, good idea. The Sims is cool, or so my daughter tells me. But what's even cool is the mystery of Bella Goth. Have you ever heard of this?
I have never heard of this.
So The Sims we know is
Sims, we love The Sims.
Yeah, it's just a slice of life, simulated game where you talk gibberish and have
I
showers.
had this on my home PC.
And you played many a sim.
Oh man, I had this on. It was on the little CD-ROM. It was great.
Yeah.
I love The Sims.
Good old Sims. Anyway, the
That
Bella
music
Goth
is iconic.
The Bella Goth storyline spans Sims 1, 2, 3, and 4 and points to her disappearance under mysterious circumstances. You will find references to her absolutely everywhere within the games, from appearing in wall art, on milk cartons, and newspapers, and even making the odd appearance as a child, alluding to multiple timelines.
What?
In The Sims.
What?
I know.
But it's The Sims.
Well, they've got it in there, and it's just an Easter egg that's built on itself time and time and time again and continues on.
Okay. That's not at all what I would expect from The Sims. Okay.
So, boot up your old save, go and try and find Bella, what her name is, and red dress, doing all the stuff.
Weird.
I think there was like alien abductions as well. People theorize.
I mean, yeah.
There's millions of
there's
videos
so much
out
stuff
there
in The Sims.
on the internet about her disappearance.
That was so dramatic.
Yeah, it's
Oh
a
my
crazy
God.
time.
What a weird rabbit hole.
Dylan Villain in the live chat saying, the Bella Goth mystery, I spent hours trying to figure this out.
Oh my God.
So there you go. There are people out there
There
who are
are-
still trying to work out what's going on.
The twist.
Dun, dun, dun. Twist
That's
is it's
amazing.
us. It was us all along, Austin.
Oh my God, how weird.
You know what else is weird? Roblox. I just don't get it.
I don't get
Probably
it
because I'm a
either.
very old man.
I don't get it at all. I thought I understood what kids like, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, okay. Nah, I have no idea
I
what
think
this
it's just a
is.
gathering spot where kids can mess around and make their own games.
And
And
as
stuff.
we all know, internet chat rooms, safest place to be.
It is. The most popular child's interactive game, having 32.6 million users daily, is Roblox. So this Easter egg is triggered when you, as a user, as an admin user, inputs the commands $I love you ? Or always watching ?
Not creepy at all.
No, have you got the time code for this one,
Yeah,
Brady?
it's this section here
This section
somewhere.
here, it's coming up very, very shortly. For those of you listening to the podcast, we're just watching some Roblox.
For anyone who doesn't know what Roblox is, yeah, this isn't really going to help because this is just a lot.
It's Lego men walking around with a multi-online
That's
player
the thing
base.
I don't get. It is Lego. It is like, it's just ripping off like Lego and Mega Blocks and stuff like that.
Minecraft and everything. But
Like-
hey, 32.6 million users daily. You can't complain about that.
With
Anyway,
an average age of 4.
you put in the code I love you ? And this video
Jesus
plays.
Christ!
Yeah, big
Oh,
old
fuck
scary
that.
clown.
Oh, what the fuck, Roblox? I thought you were for kids. This is bullshit.
So this plays, and it's
That's
just
Fuck.
a clown close up
Oh.
to the camera, rubbing his face and his head.
Why? Oh. I bet that's the developer.
You reckon?
Oh, I would reset my character as well. I'd uninstall that shit instantly. That's the worst.
Well, I feel bad. Braden, that scared you a bit. So we're going to
Yeah.
move on to Silent Hill 2.
Oh, great.
To
I'm
make
sure
up
I'm
for
going to
it.
be so much better on this one.
So once you play through once, then pick up a key at the park and go to the observation room on the dark side of the hotel. Inside, there's a Wizard of Oz-like reveal with the true puppeteer of the game's events standing there for all to see. That's right, it's this cute little doggy.
Okay, I'm here for this one. This is great. Look at the little sheep.
You walk in and so is you all
Oh
along.
my god, this is so good. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted. Look at it. Oh, good little Doge. Good little Doge. He was creating Dogecoin back then. That's what he
He
was.
was.
Doing.
He's rolling in it now.
Yeah.
Literally. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
That's so good.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
The number 8th greatest Easter egg or surprise in video games is one that got its heels in retro history. In 1990, Nintendo held a contest.
A conquest.
A contest at the and the randomly selected winner would make an appearance in the next Legend of Zelda game, A Link to the Past.
Ooh.
A kid by the name of Chris Houlihan was that winner. Now, as we can see on screen, by running north into the bush that hides the hidden passage into the castle basement, you'll fall into the bush, not the
Ooh.
basement. If you're fast enough, you will fall into the Chris O'Halloran room, which is just a single room with rupees everywhere, getting you a whole heap of money, and there's a little tag where you go up and press it, and it says, "Hi, I'm Chris Allahan. This is my room, but it's a secret, so don't tell anyone, okay?"
That's great.
It's great, and they just won a competition and was now forever immortalized in one of the best games ever created.
That's wholesome. I love that.
Speaking of wholesome and continuing on the Legend of Zelda storyline, I'm surprised that a lot of people aren't actually familiar with this particular Easter egg. So when you are as Child Link and you go to see Princess Zelda for the first time in the Hyrule Castle courtyard, you go in and you take a look into the windows on the side and you can see the portraits of all the Mario gang.
Oh.
There's 4 different pictures, which includes Mario, Yoshi, Bowser, and Luigi.
Sure.
Yeah, really cool.
I love that Nintendo are just like, yeah, we're going to throw our own thing into our own thing.
Yep, they do that a lot. And
Yeah.
even not their own thing, they've put their stuff in there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which brings me to the #1 awesome Easter egg surprise of all time in complete video game history. I am referring to, of course, Kojima-san's opus, Metal Gear Solid.
Is this section bookended with Kojima?
It's Kojima all the way, baby.
Kojima all the way down.
So there's a couple of reasons why this is #1. I'm referring to, of course, the Psycho Mantis reads your memory card in the battle where you first come up against Psycho Mantis. So back in those days, there was no internet. You had no idea. And every time you tried to defeat Psycho Mantis, he would be able to read your mind and teleport away.
Yeah.
In order to beat him, you had to take the controller out of player 1 and put it in player 2, and then he couldn't read your mind anymore, and that's how you defeated him.
Just the best.
But
It's
the Easter egg that was really, really cool was that if you had a PlayStation card in there, he would display his psychic powers by reading the games you've been playing by the saves that are on your memory card. And if you had a Kojima game saved in there,
Yep.
he would thank you for your support of Kojima.
My God, that's the best one. I was about to ask, like, how many of these did they end up doing? But the fact that they're just like, nah, if you played another Kojima game, that's the one we're going to do a big shout out at. That's great.
Not only that, during this boss fight, Hideo Kojima makes a surprise appearance and scares the crap out of the player. If you happen to move the controller after Mantis laughed during the cutscene, the image dramatically changes to Kojima laughing like a lunatic.
Oh my God.
So those portraits you can see around Psycho Mantis, one of them is Kojima, and if you're quick enough and you go over, it's just a 2-frame thing with Kojima as normal, then going, ha ha ha.
Oh my God. That's terrifying. I love that.
It's great. But another bonus Easter egg
Bonus.
is the remake of 2004 with
wait,
Metal Gear Solid for the GameCube, the Twin Snakes. It was the remake exclusively for the GameCube. The collaboration to bring Metal Gear Solid to a new generation with updated mechanics resulted in one of Mario's most famous and most visible and most helpful cameos of the GameCube era. During a cutscene in Octagon's lab, Mario and Yoshi clearly can be seen on the desk and be interacted with. Shooting a Yoshi causes him to let out his trademark cry, while shooting Mario brings out the classic one-up sound and healing your health a little bit.
Oh my God. I'm just finding the footage because...
Oh, I didn't have it?
No, I wasn't in there. It's all good. I found it.
Well, we can see here, Snake running around. He's
Oh,
found a
little
GameCube,
GameCube.
little GameCube on the desk. And then, yeah, if you focus in and shoot either Mario or Yoshi, you get a nice little health boost.
That's adorable.
That's a nice little cool thing that Nintendo decided to cram all over.
I like when the console you're playing on appears in the game. I like whenever...
Like Pokemon.
Yeah, I like whenever they're like, oh yeah, like when you're playing Pokemon, they're like, oh, there's a SNES on the ground. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that's great.
There you go. Shooting Mario, you
get
get
a
the one-up
one-up.
sound,
Oh
and
my
your health
God.
comes back.
That's great. You actually get health. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And you and then Yoshi, I think, goes, or whatever he does.
So good.
Do you know what else is really good?
What else?
Free games.
Oh, free games are excellent.
But we're not talking about free games because Floppy isn't here this week, and he
Floppy's
usually
in the
takes
chat.
the free game mantle. So we're going to leave PlayStation's less than stellar lineup for PlayStation Plus this month and actually go to the PlayStation Store. Now, for those of you who have PlayStation Plus, and even those who don't, I think these are not PlayStation Plus exclusive, but just general savings.
Yes.
So if you get a little bit of extra coin in your bank and you want to spend it, maybe you've invested in some Doge and got some sweet-ass returns, then boy oh boy do I have 3 cool games for you to look at. The first one for $5 or just under $5. I think it's like $4.97 on the PlayStation Store. You can get Metal Gear Solid 5, the definitive edition.
That little game.
Now, this has got Ground Zeroes in it, where you first play as Solid Snake rescuing Paz, and leads directly into Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I almost said The Phantom Menace, and that would have been a very different game.
Oh, man. I wish.
But yeah, one of the best Metal Gear Solid games out there. Not quite as good as Metal Gear Solid original, but, you know. It's more Snake, it's more Kojima. Get it into you. Get it into your eyeballs. Get it in a needle and shove it directly. $5.
$5. So
$5.
you get like $1 for every 10 hours of content, maybe.
Yeah.
More than that. It's
Yeah.
it's better value than that. If you're one of these people who are like, I won't pay that much money because the game's only 5 hours long. It's like, okay, well, here you go. Play this.
But you can replay it. You can make it harder.
Exactly.
You can have,
people.
like-
I hate people like that.
Yeah, people. I also hate people who are made out of yarn, which is why I won't be buying Unraveled 1 and 2 for $6.74 on the PlayStation Store. This is two games, two very, very, very good games for less than $10.
Yeah, I was going to say, this looks like a fine enough game. I like the second one. They ended up doing like co-op with it as well.
Yep.
If that's your thing.
Couch co-op.
Couch co-op as
Yep,
well,
yep,
which is
yep.
excellent. Yeah, I saw a recent game which used sort of similar style mechanics, but it was like a sci-fi, and I think it was called like Filament or something. It looks like a great puzzle game. I watched someone play it the other day. I highly recommend. Look it up. It's on the Switch.
Yeah, I heard of It Takes Two as well. Joseph, what's his name's new
Yeah.
game that's apparently really, really good and it's earned a lot of...
From the A Way Out developers.
Yes.
Yeah, of the known co-op fame.
Yeah, and because of its success, he's just come out and said, well, it's proof that people want couch co-op games. And yeah, I totally do. I want to sit down and play games. One of the things we were talking about was how we would do a Fortnite stream.
Yeah.
And you can't play that two-player, as in next to each other. You can't go in and play duos together.
It's weird.
We
Why
would have
can't
to
you do
be in
that?
separate houses.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just
That's
whatever.
stupid.
Anyway.
Friggin' Fortnite.
Do you know what isn't stupid? Jedis.
I think I hate to tell you, I think the Jedi are a little. As a big Star Wars fan, the Jedi are pretty stupid.
All right, yeah, Jedi dumb. But if you want to be a Jedi Knight 2, then you can get Jedi Knight 2 for $7.47 on the PlayStation Store. Now, I haven't played any of the Jedi Knight, whatever they are, games previously.
They are games.
They are? Oh, good.
They're games.
I almost made a fool of myself. Have you played any of these Jedi game?
No, but I do
things?
have them. I was feeling like I wanted to actually have all these because there's a bunch of old Star Wars games I've never played. This being one of them, and there was a Steam sale one day, so I got everything. And I haven't played KOTOR. I haven't played this. One of the few things I have played is Rebel Assault 2. Is one of the first video games I can remember ever playing on the PS1. Which was the full FMV cover-based shooter like Time Crisis.
That just got re-released, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it did. It's very weird. And for being full FMV is hilarious. Because it's people in costumes actually acting. But yeah, this is one of those ones where I saw it. I saw it pop up on PlayStation Store a couple years ago when they first brought it to it, and I was like, okay, I should probably.
It's also
pick
on
that
the
up.
Switch. I
Yeah.
think I've got the first one on the
They
Switch.
just brought it on the Switch as well, yeah. But yeah, old school Star Wars, man. It's sometimes better than the new stuff.
And not canon anymore. So
Yeah.
it's all make-believe. You're just wasting your time.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's right. You can kill all those Wookiees.
Oh,
You can. That's about it for this show in regards to free stuff. It's not free. You got to pay it with money. So
you got to buy games now.
buy them. Do you know what you don't have to buy?
What?
Access to museums.
Oh,
And if you're ever in the Strong Museum in Rochester, New York City, or probably not New York City, probably just New York, scrap the city. But if you're over there, you know, when you're not dying of plague, you can visit the World Video Game Hall of Fame.
ooh, that's
And
cool.
the announcement of 2021's class was made just the other day. Now, I do report on this each and every year. Go back to our previous show. It's hackthedino.com, so you can see who previous winners are. Those of those that didn't make the cut into the Hall of Fame this year include Call of Duty, Farmville, FIFA, Guitar Hero, Mattel Football, Pole position.
Wait, did you say Mattel football?
Yeah, that's what it says here.
Okay.
Pole position, Portal or Tron. So none of those games are in it.
Okay.
However, what games did make it into the 2021 World Video Game Hall of Fame are StarCraft, Microsoft Flight Simulator,
Oh my god. Okay.
Animal Crossing, and perhaps the most recognizable game in the history of everything, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Wow. Okay.
We know now she's in the World of Fame.
She's in the Strong Museum. Okay.
But it's an actual physical place you can go to and see the World Video Game Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I mean, that's like those picks they make sense, but some of them don't really make sense compared to some of the other things that didn't make
Jesus
it.
Christ, look at
What
that
the
thing.
shit is that? I'm going back. That was terrifying.
So
oh
if
my
you want to go to the
God.
video game world of
and meet this dude, not that
giant
that kid.
monsters who have...
This dude. Ugh.
I can just see the front of his face falling off and like being
the jaw dislocating
Yep.
and killing a kid.
a demon, like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yuck.
Ugh.
Good lord.
Anyway, go there,
This
see
looks like
that.
a fun museum. Like maybe when you're vaccinated and stuff.
Go see it, go check it out.
Yeah.
Have a fun time. You know what else you can have a fun time with? Playing Braydan versus the world.
yeah.
That's Super Mario Bros.
Now, I've just thought of a hilarious thing.
Oh, really?
And that is that the Braydan versus the World text
Yep.
isn't on this screen.
Oh, good.
It's on this screen, which now
Ooh.
has little me and
Whoa,
little us.
look at this.
So I will
Delete that.
delete that. Amazing.
Man, if
There
you're
we
a podcast-only listener, I'm so sorry.
Because this episode is
Just
not
a
been
dumpster fire.
a pleasant audio experience.
This is what happens when Brayden and I don't have a neutral. Well, no, I think, Brayden, you're the neutral.
I am the neutral.
I'm the chaotic evil. Floppy's the chaotic good.
So
and you're the
it's all
neutral.
been off balance today.
And the camera didn't work. And,
And yeah, no, it's mainly my camera. I don't know what's going on.
it was a time. But anyway, this time for Braydan versus the world. In this game, Braydan, representing Braydan, takes on the world, represented usually by Floppy, but Floppy isn't here. So in this case, I'm just going to play the music, and Brayden
See
has
if I can get it.
5 chances to try and guess where it came from.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to play first 5 seconds. You got 5 questions to ask, and then try and work out where this music came from. Is my mic on?
It will be the second that you go to start.
Okay, well, here we go. Here's song number 1. Okay, question number 1, Braydan.
All right. So other than it sounding like they've got a respiratory issue, what console was this on?
This was on Xbox One, and it was also on PlayStation 4.
Okay. Have we talked about it on the show? This show?
Yes.
This episode?
Yes, we have.
That's what I meant to say. Now, just because of the vibe that it's giving off, and compared to other songs that have been... Floppy's like, can I guess if I may know? Is it a Kojima game?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Three questions down. 2 more to go.
Oh man, it's great. I can just ask clarifying questions without the
Fear of
chance
someone jumping in?
Someone jumping in after it. Was it the smaller prequel thing or the main game?
Well, it's a yes or no question, Brayden.
Was it the smaller prequel thing?
Yeah, no.
No. Okay. So was it Metal Gear Solid 5 or V in Roman numerals? The Phantom Pain.
Yes, it was.
There we go,
So that's
okay.
one for Brayden. So how we're playing at this game, because Floppy isn't here, if Brayden gets it within the 5 questions, he gets the point. If he doesn't, the world gets the point. So it's going to be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see if I can actually get these things.
Well, it'll be also interesting when Floppy comes back and you're ahead by like 5 or 6 points.
if I've managed to get heaps, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Song number 2. Okay, a little bit more of a difficult one there for you, Brayden. Question number 1.
Oh, okay. Can I have 5 more seconds of it?
You can.
Okay.
Question
Game
number-
Boy Dad is hit the nail on the head saying this sounds about twice as old as Braden.
And he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
Okay. Who do you play as in this game? Because I have a feeling, literally based on the notes of the music. That's really lame, but yeah.
Okay, you play as a man named David.
Okay, that has thrown me entirely. Okay. I just want to say what my thought process was there. It had the same like notes changing as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Because it was like dun, 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 and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's that. But like an old version in like a level or something.
Truth be told, they basically all sounded the same.
Yes. Okay,
question
so
number
you
3.
play David.
David.
Man
named David.
Boreanaz. David. Who? David Spade? David Schwimmer. I'm trying to think of Davids. Okay, what's your main objective in this game?
You have to infiltrate a base.
Okay.
Question number 4.
Who was the developer?
The developer,
Yeah.
Konami.
Okay.
Okay, you got to guess now.
His name's David. Is there some bit of lore that I missed? David Snake?
In the chat, Floppy has just said, "Fuck this,"
Because he knows.
Yeah.
God damn it. His name's
Now, come on.
David. Why is his name David? You didn't play as? Did you play as David on like one of the originals?
Gonna take a guess. Come on, Braden.
Is it Metal Gear?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
Which plays David? Who's David?
Solid Snake's name is David.
Really?
Just like Liquid Snake's name is Eli.
Okay, well, I didn't know any of these things.
I tried to throw you there,
Okay, well, you did.
but you still got
I
it.
still got it, but Dave, why? Why? It's such a no offense to any Davids, but that's a real boring ass name for a main character.
I think that's the whole idea.
Yeah,
That
okay.
he's this international super
he's just-
spy, and his name's David.
Yeah, it's like naming.
It's like if his name was Doug.
Oh,
Do you know my nemesis in high school?
Doug.
And like nemesis to the point where we wanted to kick the crap out of each other.
Nemesis, where you named your rival in Pokemon it.
No, because I always name him Norman after Norman Osborn.
Ah, okay.
But no, my
It
my
was more
real
like-
real life nemesis in high school was a kid called Doug Basic.
Wow.
Yeah, he had the worst
way to
name.
dox
And
him.
He was a dumbass as well.
I hope he's changed his name.
Well, probably. Also knew a girl called. She has changed her name since. But a girl I went to school with was called Morag Tugwood.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd change my name too. That's
she
shocking.
did. She did. Anyway, it's song number 3.
Oh my lord, so loud.
That's what you're getting.
Okay, so I just want to read this comment from Floppy. Okay, sure.
So for those of you in the podcast, Floppy in the live chat just said, "Fuck this. When I get back, we do all Ratchet and Clank games, but Braden isn't allowed to play."
So Floppy has to guess based on clues which one in the series it is.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, question number 1.
Yeah, we could do that. Okay, I have a feeling, but I feel like there's a couple. Okay, obviously there's like obvious things. What console was this released on?
GameCube.
Okay. Is it one of the ones that we talked about on the show?
No.
Oh. Did they do a different thing? Interesting. This, I might not know this at all then. What genre of game is it?
Fighting.
Was he in the GameCube one? I thought he was only in the Wii one. Did he appear in the GameCube one?
No, he didn't. I've messed up. He's in the Wii one.
Okay, now it's making more sense to me. Because I was like, okay, yeah, I think I know what this is because, like, I played that game heaps.
Yeah, so did I. And while you were working out, I was thinking back going, oh, hang on.
Hang on, what's this GameCube or Wii? Yeah, because if it's on the Wii, then I know what it is.
And I've even got the title written here. I just looked down and went, oops.
Yeah. That is Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I know some people didn't like that one. I loved it. It was
So,
also one of the first ones.
We've got one more song to go. In case you haven't worked it out, I've got a bit of a theme going. And the theme is my internet was down until about an hour before the show, and I couldn't download any new songs. So I went, guess what? We're doing Metal Gear.
Because it's the things that you have saved on your computer.
Yep. Anyway, here we go. Last song. See if you can guess this one, Brayden. Question number 1.
Okay. Sounded a bit Star Warsy and I also just want to shout out Game Boy Dad in the chat. So Brayden, the GameCube is a cube you play games on. I had a neighbor who had a GameCube. I never got to play it. What genre of game is this?
It is a detective game.
Ooh. Ooh. A detective game. Like Inspector Gadget on the PS2. That's not my guess. Well, what console was this one on?
This one was on the Sega Saturn.
Okay, I know nothing about Sega.
Or the Dreamcast. One of the two.
That doesn't help me.
Good.
Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I do have a GameCube because a funny story. I was cleaning out a closet at uni and I found one in a bag and I just took it home.
Nice. Excellent.
Thanks, uni. That's all that.
Well, it's worth $30,000.
$30,000 for an arts degree and a GameCube. Okay. Okay. A Sega detective game. Who do you play as in this game?
Oh, God, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so we'll pass that.
Yeah.
What's your core sleuthing mechanics?
I don't know, but Floppy has just said in the chat, can I answer? I'm going to throw it over to
let Floppy answer
Floppy,
here.
if you would like to give it a go, by all means. No, Game Boy Dad, it is not Detective Sonic and Dr. Tails. That game doesn't exist. You're being silly.
Everyone's favorite erotic rom-com.
Okay, and yes, Floppy's got it right. It's Police Noughts.
Ah, okay.
So I actually own that game. Never played it because I don't have Sega
damn.
in this house because it's a filthy, disgusting thing.
I like that Floppy wrote Polik in chat, and you went, "Yep, that's Police Noughts."
Yeah, well, you know, I need to have the full
I
title
knew
of
what
the
he
game.
was meaning. Yeah.
So at the end of that round of Braydan versus the world,
the world
Braydan,
got a point.
yeah, you got 15 and the world is on 11. Now, next show when Floppy comes in, I might skew it.
Might be incredibly difficult for little old me to little young.
I mean,
me to
I'm
figure out.
pretty unbiased when it comes to choosing music. I don't try and pull the wool over anyone's eyes.
Nah,
And
not
don't
at
try
all.
and rig it at all. It's just how it naturally happens. We've been Hack the Dino. This has been our critical path where we bring you the past, present, and future of video game news here with us on this plane of existence. Not other planes of existence like an F-41 or a bomber. That's all the planes that I know.
Oh, it was a plain joke.
I don't know. I just go on weird tangents, man. I thought you'd be used to this by now.
No, but like I was trying to piece it together, and I went, "What is he referencing? Is this some like weird, like old, like Star Trek thing? Like I don't know." And then, no, it was just an actual, airplanes.
You're welcome.
I'm in the middle of watching someone's 24-hour stream from Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm like 8 hours into it, just putting it on in the background, listening to it. The only annoying part is they haven't turned engine noise off, so there's just this constant.
It'd be good to fall asleep to, though.
Oh,
Because, planes are very relaxing.
I've fallen asleep to it 800 times.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I'm only
So
8 hours into it.
A lot of people complain that they can't sleep on planes, but I'm one of these and to the point where my
Yeah.
partner says that it's a superpower. I can just go, all right, I'm going to sleep now.
Oh my god, nah. I
Gone.
gotta put on like a peaceful like paint restoration video. Like, do you watch these videos on YouTube? I watch weird shit on YouTube, dude. There's a channel where a guy takes old paintings, and he's an official painting restoration place. And it's just he makes incredible YouTube videos about restorations of old paintings. I highly recommend Baumgartner Restoration. I don't know what I'm talking
maybe it's
about.
a young person thing, because Parker as well needs like sound on, like
Yeah.
a fan or a rain. I mean, it's almost like that you're so incredibly stressed out that the world's going to hell, and that past generations have killed the planet,
Yep.
and you're going to inherit a toxic wasteland.
Where silence will be deafening.
Yes, yeah. So obviously, get it in now.
Yeah, you gotta.
Anyway, Braden, what else do you do?
I have existential crises about
Yep.
the state of our world. I vote green, and I do a movie podcast called Millennial Movie Talk. I'm going to bring up a little thing from it here. Our most recent episode that we just did this past week, we ranked the Pixar movies because weirdly that was one of the ones we never did in the
You know
past.
what you should do? You should go through that hypothetical storyline that links all the Pixar movies together in one
Ooh,
timeline.
I should look at that.
That's
I really
pretty
should
cool.
Look at that.
It is very, very
It's a
cool.
great idea.
And they do link together very, very well.
Yeah, it's scary how well they link together. So this is our channel, Millennial Movie Talk.
Can
It's
you just
both
scroll down
on,
to the bottom?
It's on YouTube and on
Keep going.
and on.
Yeah, keep going.
That's it.
Oh, no, go to the front page.
Oh, the front page.
Yeah, go to the front page.
Okay, where am I going on here?
Right down the bottom there.
There it is.
Oh, look at their friends. Look at all their friends they got. Can you read out those names?
It's Terrorvision Horror Podcast.
Okay, yep.
Friend of the
good.
show, Dan McGuinness.
Yep.
Did you know that Hack the Dino wasn't here anymore, or no?
I saw it before.
You did?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say.
Right.
I'm gonna call this out.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's fair enough. I am hated by 3/4 of their cast, so...
Go check out Millennial Movie Talk. They've been doing really cool stuff. Go watch how 5.1k people either hate our Godzilla review or love it. And see our controversial takes on the Pixar movies.
Now you guys are doing or diversifying some of your content as well that I saw.
In the sense of we are making it so that we have a couple of shorter videos as well. Yeah, so we have these fun little things. You get them early when you're on our Patreon. I won't plug our Patreon on
No,
there.
plug it. Go for it.
But patreon.com/Movie Talk, if you want early access to some stuff. Alex and Chris have been doing these little deep dives into individual films that are only like 20 minutes long instead of it being like an hour-long podcast. Not only do you get like commentary tracks and stuff like that as well, but they've been doing MMT After Dark because they record it away from us on a different day, generally towards nighttime.
And it's because you're dark?
And it's because they're incredibly dark about not letting us be a part of it. But no, so they've done a couple of things on like Kick-Ass and Art of Self-Defense, and I believe they're doing one on Labyrinth soon. But yeah, I highly recommend. I've been really enjoying
your
stuff
content that
from
you
MMT.
make. I highly recommend my content.
Plus, we got to go see Mortal Kombat, so
That was cool.
yeah,
A horrible film, but man, it was fun.
it's great fun.
Great fun.
Friggin' best fatality. Goddamn.
Nitara?
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what doesn't make sense about that? He could have done what he did to him at any point and just went, oh, no, now.
Now
It's like,
now I'm
well,
gonna
you
do
could
it
just
now.
do it to all of them. Nah, now. Anyway, I won't go into any more spoilers. If you want that, head on over to Millennial Movie Talk. I used to do some things. One of them was called Retro Trigger. Haven't done it in a while because life happens and life finds a way. As Ian
Or
Malcolm...
it doesn't because we don't make new episodes of things.
Yeah, so that's happened. But I got the inkling that I wanted to do something. So maybe like they might pop up every now and then. It might just be me. It might be someone who I've got over. And I just go, hey, come talk on the microphone for a bit.
Yeah,
we'll
that'd
see.
be good.
It's fun. We'll see what happens. But you can follow me over at Mr. Benjamin on Instagram, where I put up all my things. I found an anime still of a Super Nintendo controller, and it just said Bentendo on it.
Wow, that's so on brand.
So I thought, yeah, that's me. That's possibly my new go-to for pictures.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. A Game Boy Advance link cable.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I got that at the Toy Fair as well.
Love that.
Got lots of things at the Toy Fair. It was a good
There's
time.
there's that sought after comic issue.
Yeah, look how many people like it.
God damn.
This is Fortnite. Went mental for it.
Yeah.
They love it. You can also head over to @BenRosenthal on Twitter if you want to chat and yell things at me. That's always a fun time as well. Don't worry about Facebook, I'm not there. But
No one
like
should
Hack the
be
Dino
using
on there.
Facebook anymore.
No, but head on over to Hack the Dino on Facebook and head on over to Hack the Dino on all your social media devices, where we put up news and information about shows that are coming up and little clips when we have time. But above all that, please go to hackthedino.com and hit that subscribe button and like some videos so we can alter that algorithm to our favor, and we can harness it and ride it like a mighty boar into battle. That's right, we ride boars with big old tusks coming in to rip out the guts of the competition.
Thank you for dealing with us this episode.
I'm so sorry. Next one will be better. Floppy will be back. It'll
Floppy
be so
will be
much better.
back. The show will be working.
Camera will
properly.
work. My internet will work. More than like an hour before we're supposed to go on. It was a cluster.
Everything will be a lot smoother next time. Trust us. Support us on patreon.com/hackthedino. Goodbye, everybody.